Welcome to Helmets and Microphones. Bold voices, brave minds. From the ride to the club, we're telling the stories that matter. Strap in, mic up. This is Helmets and Microphones. Let's get into it.
Welcome. All right, I guess my technical difficulty is over now. Welcome to another episode of Helmets and Microphone. I am your host, Super Dave, and welcome to another great episode of Helmets and Mike. We have a wonderful show for you today. Wonderful show. My guest today is very good friends of mine and Chips. Um, I'm gonna consider they like family to us. I don't want to tell all my story too much. I'm gonna bring Chips in and let her.
Good evening, everybody. Hope everyone had a wonderful
Hey,
past
Chips, what's
weekend
going on?
and today. How you doing, Dave?
I'm good. How your week been?
Whew, been a long one, hectic one, but busy. Most definitely busy.
Hey, that's the work world. That's what we all here for.
All right.
Um, I see we boyfriend. So, Chips, you hear me?
I hear you.
All right. So let's talk about our guest today. Let's talk about our guest, TLR. TLR. Mm, mm. I guess we'll go start off. When was the first time you got to meet TLR?
Oh, what it was? We were riding, and then we were at what it was the park in Forest Park, matter of fact. But
Oh,
I'm sure
Forest
I
Park.
met them at some other events too. It's just been
Oh,
multiple
okay.
times. I came across them, and we always pick up and continue to talk and where we left off.
Okay. Um, Me personally, I first met TLR in Charlotte at Charlotte anniversary, and we was at a day party, and I just seen the back of the vest had TLR, and I saw Atlanta, Georgia, and I was curious. And
Mhm.
I wanted to know who they were, so I met Kid. Hold on 1 second. Just you got to talk to the people for me real quick.
Okay, so TLR, they're a great group. Um, but like he said, Kid was one of the first members we met, and then Epic, a wonderful person. She's great. They're gonna be on here tonight, so we want you guys to enjoy, chime in, ask questions. What else we gonna do? We're gonna do tonight. I hope you guys are, and we want you to continue to watch. We're just gonna shout out a couple of people that we do see that's on live tonight with us that's watching. Harvey, I see you. Cool, I see you. Mofo, I see you. Hey, a little more.
All right, Chips, I'm back. Okay, let's go ahead and bring out guests on. Get started. First, we're gonna bring on President Mr. Breeze.
What's good, family? How y'all doing?
What's
What's
going on,
good?
Breeze? What's going on?
Excuse my background a little bit. This is my little
All right,
workspace.
That's okay. We all got a little
all
something
right,
that we working with.
right.
The blur the
If they
background.
only knew what behind these curtains, they only knew. All right,
I
let's
see my
bring
baby
Miss
though.
Epic on, the Vice
Oh,
President.
okay, okay.
Oh, he flex.
Greetings, everyone.
Hi, Epic.
Hello. How are you, Chips?
Great. I'm great. I'm glad to have you. Breezy, you also.
We're happy to be here.
Mm.
You know, it's always good seeing you too. It's always love.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
likewise. We always seem to be running into each other at some point in time, all the time.
I mean, we each doing our part.
All right. You said what?
I mean, we
What you
I
say,
mean, each of
Breeze?
us. I mean, we both doing our part. I supporting everyone.
Hey, that's right. Most definitely. Um, TLR, top of the line riders. Give us a little history. Where did it start? How many chapters? Let everybody know.
All right, so TLR started in Tallahassee in 2009. A group of friends, group of family. Uh, they decided to ride. They had a pass for riding, and they also had a pass for giving back to the community. So they wanted to bring it together and kind of build something together, build a bond together, and want to put a brand to it. And that's how Top of the Line Riders came about in Tallahassee. We got 4 chapters currently: Tallahassee, Atlanta, Hampton, and Rocky Mount. Uh, I'm one of the founding members of Atlanta chapter. Um, Currently president of Atlanta chapter. Let me tell you a little bit about
Okay.
Atlanta chapter.
Hold on.
Tell you about Rocky Mount, VA.
Okay.
Now
So
we go ahead.
y'all really close to being national, right? It's what is it? 5 chapters, 5 states could be considered national, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, y'all
Out
right
there.
there.
But Madam
Gonna
VP,
start some in Alabama.
Madam VP gonna make it happen.
All right. Alabama right next door, Miss Epic. Alabama right next door.
It is.
We're skipping out.
It is.
I think Miss Epic got some blood in Alabama.
Miss Epic. Yeah. I think so. I think she can most definitely get something popping in Alabama.
What's happening here? What is happening here?
You see what they're trying to do.
That's why I was like, wait a minute. Wait. It's
what
all
they're
gas,
trying to
no
do.
brakes. All gas, no brakes. What's happening here? What's happening?
They're
What's
trying
happening?
to push it out there.
Right. What's happening here?
Yeah.
So, Miss Epic, TLR, I know you, and TLR has within the last, let me see, I've been on 2 years now, and I have seen TLR just blossom and just steady growing, number counts, y'all out everywhere. And hold on, I can't go no further. Shout out to my boy Kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going no further without sending shouts out to my boy Kid. Okay,
Yes,
who would be
sir.
here today if I didn't meet Kid?
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to Kid. And I can't wait till I seen your episode with your new bike. I seen it, but
Yes, sir. Look, he shot. He didn't tell me.
right,
I heard.
right. I just get a notice on my I just get a notice that, hey, I need to watch this video, and I look I'm like, hey, that's
Right,
cute.
right.
You know, right. So, shouts out to you, kid, and congratulations. But I guess Miss Epic had a connection problem, but when she come back, but TLR Perez, he y'all up, y'all been doing a lot of shaking and moving around the city lately, and what we got going on?
Yeah, yeah. So we definitely just trying to do our part as a club on the set, support everyone. When you have good energy, it draws good energy. So of course, us showing love, spreading that energy around. We get individuals that's kind of inquiring about the club. So yeah, we definitely have some great members that came in. Actually, some of our members are new to the set, so it's new blood that's keeping us live, keeping the energy going. So shout out to the Top of the Line Riders, Atlanta.
Right. And I've just had a conversation with a friend of mine this morning about that. Well, when you get prospects in, prospects are you know what do we was talking about instilling um the bike culture the right way as a prospect. How do you feel about that?
I'll let Miss Epic speak on that.
From my perspective, prospects, they are that next generation. They continue the legacy. And so, understanding that there's levels to this, like it's levels to motorcycle clubs and motorcycle culture. And I think people see us, out and about, they see people riding, as Chip said, you see people out and about, you see them with the vest, you see them with these nice bikes, the nice music, they might be kind of cute, um, that's what draws you into it. But this really is, a culture, and a culture that it's vital to help those prospects understand, um, because that's the club progression. And as you guys said, we're out and about, but we're definitely out and about, for a reason. And it's just a little bit more when you start to think about the culture, you start to understand the culture. It's a little bit more than just, the nice bikes and the vest. And
Happy
things
you
that
there? She stepped by for I'm telling you, it been rough in South Fulton. South Fulton the last couple of weeks with internet service has been absolutely rough.
Am I going in and out?
I don't know what they doing.
I think it's
Yeah,
everybody
you
pretty much
going in
going
and out.
in and out at the area.
Right. You know.
Well, I
So
guess I'm not. I guess they ain't supposed to hear what I'm saying. Then.
so
It's like a bleep. Hey, we know it's all important.
you know. So like I said, let's we've talking about prospecting and making sure that when we bring in these new people in that we educate them and teach them the right way. That's the bottom line, prayers and vice prayers. Let's if you start off teaching them the right way, they will most likely continue to go in the right direction. Yeah, like I said, I had a long conversation about that this morning, and that's how it is. So, Miss Epic, very well known individual in Atlanta. Let's see her internet gonna allow me to get this through. So Miss Epic, tell Helmets and Microphone, how old was you when you first decided to start riding a motorcycle?
I was old. So I first started.
How old?
I didn't say how old. I said I was old.
You don't ask that.
Okay.
That don't ask that.
So what I will say is that I've been riding motorcycles since 2009.
Okay. Okay. Not bad. All right, Perez. What about you? How old you was when you first started riding bikes?
I think I was around 21, 22 when I started riding. Probably back
Okay.
2000,
Okay.
2011.
What was your first bike?
And let me tell you, my first bike was a
Okay.
2007 Honda CBR. Let me tell you, that thing. Shout out to my
What
former.
size? The
Shout out to my
600?
former president. No, I never rode a 600. All my bikes been 1,000. So shout out to my president, man. Too much. Everybody know too much. You know, he very known on the set, man. He painted that bike 8 times because I laid it down 5 times trying to follow everybody else. When I first got that bike. Let me tell you though, when I first got it though, it was purple. Now if you know too much, he do everything. That's why I named Too Much. He build bikes, paint bikes, ride bikes. He do everything with a bike. So he painted my bike purple. And man, it was so clean. I bought the chrome rims for it, the hand grips. I had the Yoshi pipe. And it was top. I thought I was doing something. You know, it was my first bike, so I ain't really know about no Honda at the time. I just knew it was kind of like an R1. It was like it was similar to the R1 with the single exhaust up under the butt. But man, I rigged that thing so many times. it was torquey, so I loved it. It was
Okay.
07 CBR
That's
1000 though.
what's up. What about you? Okay. Okay. What about you, Miss Epic? What was your first bike?
So I start off on this
Uh-huh.
little Honda. Little Honda. I believe it was a C50.
Okay.
And that's all I can say publicly. But shout out to Players Elite, which was my first motorcycle club. Shout out to them because they definitely help a girl grow up.
C50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. At least y'all was better than me. You know, I know Chip's first bike was the R6. My first bike, 1997, Suzuki Katana 600.
Yeah, a tuna.
That was my first. Yeah,
97.
that was mine. And I
Do you still
love that
have it?
bike
You still
until I
have it?
went to my first bike. I still have that bike sitting out in the garage. Well, it's not the exact same bike, but I bought another one to re-coordinate, make that bike all over again. Yeah.
So you
So
purchased two of them.
as you know, individuals, prayers. I'll go with you, prayers. So, what made you decide to join a club? What made you decide that I want to be a MC?
Uh, so my president, man, he actually, sold me on the club. Um, I was independent, didn't ride. So how it happened. So Snipe, which is, one of the founding members of Atlanta, shout out to Snipe. He retired now from the set, from the club. But we used to club promote back in the day down in Stone Mountain, a club in Stone Mountain. And he ended up buying a bike. And when he bought a bike, he ended up meeting Too Much, which Too Much, he was the founder of Tallahassee chapter, but he moved to Atlanta. He came to Atlanta to pursue acting. But when he came up here, he wanted to start a club up here. And at the time, he needed some members. So he met Snipe first. And when Snipe, one night when we went to the club, Snipe said he bought a bike. I'm like, yeah, right. And so, he's like, it's my bike outside. So we went outside and seen it. And I bought a bike the very next week. So when I bought the bike next week, he was like, hey, man, I met a guy, man, real cool brother. Come ride with us. So I was like, I'm going to ride. And, he was trying to, tell me about clubs. And the first thing I said is like, nah, man, I don't want to join no gang, man. He was like, I didn't know game, man. It's a family club. And he started educating me on the patch and what it meant and how he carry himself and what they do. So we hung out one Sunday and we went down and fed the homeless. Uh, we really hung out, man. Just he treated me like a little brother, you know. He treated me like a little brother. Just educating me, keep my head on straight. And at the time, I was actually doing charity my work. I mean, charity myself. I was doing tour drives, different things with my company. And I was like, man, I could be a part of something like this. So been hanging out more, man. I went and met, Tallahassee chapter, and that's how I got into it. It just showed me a different side of what a motorcycle club was.
Okay. What about you, Epic?
So I was residing in Columbus, Georgia, and I moved up here to South Wilton. And I didn't know anybody, it was just me, my little kiddo, and I was getting my hair braided. And so myself and, Lady Bread, I met her. She was getting her hair braided, and we just sparked up conversation. And she was like, I ride motorcycles. And I was like, really? I ride motorcycles. But at that time, I was kind of like riding motorcycles like around the neighborhood. And every now and then I get on a motorcycle and, I was riding, but, I wasn't really like riding. So she was like, well, listen, she was like, she started to tell me about, the people, and similar to, Breeze's story. She was like, we hang out, we support each other when kids got stuff going on, we just, we ride motorcycles, but we also, do things, essentially together. And I didn't know anybody and I was new, to the area. So she said, well, why don't you just come hang out with us? So my very first event was Kings of the South anniversary. Do I need to say more? So I had never been to Atlanta like that. Because when you are like visiting Atlanta, you go to places that everybody talk about. You don't go to places like, definitely not motorcycle places, and you don't go to like local places. So when I tell you it was Kings of the South anniversary, and baby, that's all I can say. And my second event was Iron Bread's when they did the football. What do you call it, Breeze? When they did the football, the football charity.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody had their tents out there. The people was on their bikes and the cruisers and the sports bikes, and I was like, oh yeah, this is exactly where I need to be. And at that point, I was single, ready to mingle. So I was like, oh yeah. I said, but we got to get me another bike. Because one thing that's not about to happen is I'm about to ride up on this little, it was cute for Columbus. But shouts out to, Columbus, because that was my home for a long time. But that was a different chapter in my life when I was in Columbus. So when I came to Atlanta, and like I said, I went to those two events and just to see the charity. And when I saw, the Iron Bread did, that flag football, they had kids out there, and it was just like, they also had a what do you call that? A party bus with a stripper pole in it too. But, it was just, a variety of different people. And the people was friendly, you know what I'm saying? Like they were very welcoming. And it just felt like it felt right. And Players Elite, like I said, we, went bowling, we, we did stuff together, we rode, and it was just like, it was exactly what I needed at that point in time in my life, transitioning to Atlanta. But like I said, I told him, I said, hey, I got to get me another bike. So Stunner was like, oh yeah, which he was the president at the time. He was like, yeah. And I got a Gixxer 750. It like to kill me, but that's my favorite bike. When I got that Gixxer 750, and it was all blacked out, matte black, and it had pink rims that glowed in the dark. Man, you couldn't tell me nothing. You hear me? You couldn't tell. I was suited and booted on that cruising bike, on that sports bike. You couldn't tell me nothing. I loved that bike. But for the viewers, if you don't know, sometimes you can outgrow a bike, and it's not a good thing. And when I say, and they used to tell me, Epic, you're going to outgrow that bike. I'm like, no, I'm not going to outgrow that bike. And one thing about riding that I always encourage people to remember is you have to respect the bike.
Right.
You have to. Because the moment you think that you're bigger than that bike, it's going to show you, and you're going to meet the gravel.
Right.
And that's the end of that story.
100.
Trust me, we all probably done been there.
Yeah, that's the thing, Chip. If you ain't been down, you're gonna eventually go down.
Exactly, because I have been there.
Yeah, one of those two riders, and I got some little, some little road rash, to remind me.
Right.
But that's the thing. You gonna either go down or you bend down. It's two types of riders. But that was my start, to
It
the
is true.
Yeah, that was my start to the Atlanta set.
Oh wow, that's what's up though. The next segment of the question, I'm just gonna break it in one part. I usually ask two parts of this. I'm just gonna do one part. What are some pros of being an MC?
Evan, I'll let you start.
All right, but y'all don't speak at the same time.
You said Epic, I'm gonna let you start.
Hey. I'm be honest, Miss Epic, man, she OG in this thing, so I love hearing her talk, when she talk about the MC, because she kind of deep into this MC world, more deep than a lot of individuals, so when I hear her talk sometimes, I'm like, dang, I ain't know, dang, that's deep.
Hey, you're right. You just have to sit back because man, she be giving the speeches now. It's just like,
gems.
Hey, hold up.
Right, cause I'm telling you, the first time I ever met her, she had a mic in her hand with about 2,000 people in front of her. So I most definitely believe that.
It was not 2,000 people, Dave. It really wasn't. So what was the question?
So what are some pros of being an MC? What is, my normal question are what are some pros and cons of being an MC? But we're on a positive note this week. So I'm just gonna say, what are some pros of being an MC compared to I throw it out there. What are some pros of being an MC than being an independent?
So from my perspective, the pros of being an MC versus an independent. As an independent, you can do whatever you want to do to a degree. There's consequences, to everything, but you have the leeway and the freedom to kind of, move however you want to move. If you want to show up, you can. If you don't want to show up, you don't have to. You can ride your motorcycle, you can play your music, you can, hang out, go to the Harley events. You can even go to some MC events if you're invited and have that relationship. But when you're in an MC, it's a culture. It's a secret society, regardless of how welcoming, we may seem. It's a culture. It's a secret society that you have to be invited in, and you have to learn. And that's one of the things that, I find that's important is you have to learn the way. And it's not what always meets the eye. The pros of being in an MC, a motorcycle club, is that you're a part of an organization that stands for some things. And those things, there are some things that are traditional things that regardless of X, Y, and Z, those things stand. And then there are some things that are unique to your specific club. There is great history in being part of an MC. The history with the MC, from my perspective, from the motorcycle club, is it dates way back when. And those individuals that started this, especially on our side, when they started this as a brotherhood. One of the things that's very near and dear to my heart is mental health. And when they, maneuvered themselves through whatever situations, whether it was the wars, whatever it was, that's how they united together. They built a bond through their brotherhood that helped them to get through life. The thing about it is life be lifing. And we don't get a rule book on how to necessarily, maneuver ourselves through this. So when you surround yourself with that brotherhood, and which eventually, invited the sisterhood, it's built off of loyalty, commitment. It's built off of somebody that's got you. And that's the basis of what you get when you join a motorcycle organization. You get that bond, you get that extended family that, and I have to say this, I wouldn't be epic if I didn't, and that's just to some people, ain't shit opinion, but you can have a brotherhood and a sisterhood as an independent, but when you learn the culture and you live the MC culture, you understand that it's not something that you can just put down. Which to me, it is an example, which is another taboo subject, club hoppers. If it was just as simple as, I don't have to be in a club, or if you had the same thing being an independent as you did a club, people wouldn't move from club to club. And it's one of those things too, that you really, it's more of a feeling too. It's not just something that you can describe. It's a feeling of being part of when things happen. I'll give you an example. I am a victory girl, or I was a victory girl. And I guess I can date back even to my first, because when I was here in Atlanta, my bike was still in Columbus. And my club brothers and sisters at that time, my sister at that time was like, oh, we got to go get your bike. We're going to get your bike. So guess what? The entire club got together. They rode down there. One of my brothers took me in a car to get my bike. And now I'm about to, feel some type of way because all these things are just coming to me as we talk. So bringing you forward to, I'm a victory girl, or was a victory girl. And when I say my victory, I was diehard victory because I didn't want a Harley. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has a Harley. Like I didn't want a Harley. But my current, brothers, helped me to understand that the victory is dead, baby girl. And when I say literally dead, inside joke streets and King, it's dead. But my brothers were hell bent on finding me because I was like, I'm gonna get me an Indian. They was like, Epic, we ain't working on an Indian. Get you a Harley and we're gonna work on your Harley. My victory had been in the shop so many times that I think that's what gave me PTSD. So I was like, you know what? If I get a Harley, it's gotta be a Harley. So when I tell you my club brothers, they would not stop until they found this Harley for me. And when I tell you the things that we went through, to which I won't share, but the things that we went through for me to get that Harley, like words just can't even express it. But they took the time to go with me, to walk me through this because I didn't know. They walked me through it. They, Epic, what you want on it? When I say they walked me from the start of it to what it is now, yeah, you can get that in an independent world. I'm not saying that you can't. But to me, the way that my brothers took care of me in that situation, it was like it was my blood brother. So to me, that's one of the pros, the major pros that, and then it was like, okay, well, let me pay you. Let me like Breeze, we done did X, Y, and Z. Let me, no, Epic, we got you. We got you. And they really had me.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's most definitely true. Most definitely agree with all of that. And I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna stay with the pros. I don't need no cons this week.
Okay, because I was gonna give them to you.
Chips. That's an infamous question before. No.
We still on
No.
pros. We
Got
can't
people out here
forget
crying.
Breeze over here.
Look, she summed it up for me. Hell, I don't got
Bree
nothing else to
passes
say.
on.
Breeze,
Right, Breeze.
Breeze,
Bree passes on.
Right. Look, I don't have nothing else to say.
He always passes something to his VP.
Look, and I got one more before Breeze could go, but then for myself and Epic as females, but I'm gonna let Breeze go ahead on first.
Like you said, she summed it all up in one. Just having that patch on and just seeing your members, your brothers and sisters, with the same patch, and they're there for you no matter what. That patch just really means something. Like Independence, everybody was everywhere. You did have little cliques here and there, but that patch is nothing like that patch. That relationship is everything. It grounds you. It grounds you. Like when I say, every club have their, their back and forth. You know what I'm saying? But that back and forth don't turn into nothing. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a difference when it comes to the MC, that patch on the back.
That's most definitely true. I most definitely can agree. Being a MC is probably was one of my greatest moments of my life. And I most definitely agree. All right, Chips, what question you had?
All right, since we are females, Epic, and we always get the question, what would you tell ladies coming out that wants to ride and is afraid of riding, and also how to carry themselves when they're out?
I don't really think we have enough time for that.
Just a bit, just a little tad bit.
So what I would tell females, that have interest in being part of a motorcycle club, is to, and I don't want to sound cliche, but there's so much truth and depth in it, is to hang around.
Right.
Hang around, individuals, hang around the set, and make it your business to figure out what I mean when I say the motorcycle culture.
Mm-hmm.
Before you make this decision, understand that there's levels to this. And, understanding what the motorcycle culture is, I was told very, very, very young in my game. And I was green, but I was told by someone to do more on my feet than on my back. That's the first thing. And to understand that this traditionally started as a man's club. And so as you understand what that means, you understand how to navigate yourself through it. The next thing that I can say is ride your shit.
Right.
You can't be in a motorcycle club without a motorcycle. And you can't be in a motorcycle club without riding your motorcycle. When I first started off, like I said, I was on that Gixxer 750, and, we used to tear up, 75, 85, 20, not like the QT crew and the Panola Road crew, but the crew that I knew, we used to ride, but then, once I moved, because I went from a Gixxer 750 to a Hayabusa, and then I had the Victory, and now, the Harley. It's a different type, of lifestyle and ride. But the most important thing is gear up. Don't be trying to be out here looking cute. Because you need your hands, your feet, and everything in between. So if you meet the gravel, you want to make sure that you covered. But the most important thing is just do it, and ride. Here in this MC culture, I will tell you, respect is earned. and it's earned by you riding and people seeing you ride. Take a motorcycle course. Don't let teach you how to ride, because it's a different type of ride. Don't let your homeboy that say he know how to ride teach you how to ride. Don't let your neighbor next door teach you how to ride. Because I do, and not, shouting out, anybody that ain't, sponsoring. But, I feel like the Harley class saved my life when I went down, because what they told me is that, the number one way that people harm themselves is when they go down, they try to prevent themselves from going down. I don't care if you're on a sports bike or if you on a cruiser. If you're going down, you're going down. And the best thing to do is just go with the slide. And when I went down, on my 750, that's what I did. It came to me and I just went in the slide. But take a motorcycle course. And then the last thing I'll say is, if you want to come on this set, you need to know who's raising you, because a person is only as knowledgeable as their circle of influence. And who raises you is going to determine what type of member you are, what type of rider you are, what your perspective is on this MC culture. And when you join a motorcycle club, you minimize yourself to maximize the organization.
Wow. That was
deep.
That's what's up.
Deep.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had somebody chiming in on YouTube states that that a lot of time ladies are caught up by what they think the set life is, what they think the set life is all about, instead of learning what it's all about. That's what, I'm not a lady. I can't answer this question, but we have Chips and Epico here who can. So that is true, because they are most definitely not disagreeing. So
No.
I definitely agree.
All
right. The infamous question of the night. Breeze and Epic, what is your favorite helmet of choice? Go ahead, Breeze.
Let me tell you, my all-time favorite helmet was always a Scorpion. I used to always wear a Scorpion because it had the little pump in it. It had the pump, so it fits your helmet like perfect. Right now, I wear a half shell. Now I got see. Look, that one hanging on the wall, that's the Scorpion. Look pretty mean. The one sitting on the box, that's my that's my Harley. That's my Harley helmet.
Okay. Miss Epic.
All
right. So, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dave.
No, I was waiting for you. I was waiting for you. I seen your helmet before. You got like one of my all-time favorite helmets I like out there on the set.
Well, I'm going to start with, like Breeze said, because my daddy's probably watching. And I always, try to wear a helmet. So when I'm in places, I like to accessorize according to the place. So if I'm in a place that might not necessarily, have or wear, full face, I do have, my half shell. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you see it?
Yeah.
I have my half shell.
We see it.
Yeah, half shell. And then I have my Scorpion EXO.
Oh, yeah, I like that one. That's what I like right there.
And I love it. When I first saw it, I fell in love with it because I felt like it looked like me. Because it's like it's all tatted up. So I love my Scorpion. However, I will just put this out in the atmosphere, because they say, if you have not because you ask not, I would, my next helmet of choice is going to be that, what is it? The LS2.
LS2.
That's definitely going to be the next helmet.
Yeah, that's going to be my next investment. So if there's anybody that, would like me to, try that out for them, or would like to, donate to the cause, to get my, opinion on how well the helmet fits, works, or if you need someone to do some voiceovers, you know what I'm saying? Like, definitely let me know.
They're definitely gonna be the next.
Hey, you need to join the line, Epic. Join the line. Me and Chip's already in the line for the donor. We got to go GoFundMe for the LS2 helmet. So join the line. But,
look, I seen Kid. I seen Kid in the video.
Up, man.
Yeah.
In the video, he said, "Yeah, they will buy another one."
I saw he had an LS. I saw he had an LS2.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I saw Kid bought him an LS2.
Yeah, he's definitely an advocate of it, with his recent, run-in with the pavement in December. And basically from him, because we both, generally would wear, half shells. Mm-hmm. And, due to some different things that happen, and that's the thing, this it's risky, it's a risk that we take. And he basically said that from his perspective, and I know people love that LS2 because of the fit and the different reasons, but, from his experience, post accident, he's like, he really feels like that's why he had no trauma, no issues, from that. He feels like because of, from that helmet. Mm-hmm. So if there's anybody that would like to donate, I can also speak from a health perspective on the LS2, whatever. No. I'm multi-layered.
Hey, the sad part, me being, of course, helmets and microphone, I do a lot of investigation on helmets, and actually Shark was the first one who came out with the helmet. LS2 actually stole their style.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, LS2 wasn't the first. It was actually Shark who was the first one who had the modular, the flip back. It was them. And it's another company out now. What is it? HJ, the HJC, the HJ. They also have one now. Yeah, they also have one now too. Yeah. So LS2, you're not. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm still with you, Epic. Me and Chips are most definitely on our GoFundMe to get our LS2s. So
look,
or whatever brand, right? I don't care.
Just model them.
I'll take a matte black.
Yeah.
Extra large. I don't know. I ain't got no hair now, so I might need to go large.
Look, I just put my helmet on the other day. I was like, did my head just get smaller?
That part.
No, I want the carbon fiber. I want the carbon fiber. If I'm gonna get it, I want the carbon fiber. But all right. So Epic and Fred Breeze doing a little snooping there. Let's talk about this right here.
Tell us what y'all have going on this weekend.
All right. So this is a very near and dear, again, for a multitude of reasons. This is our celebration of life honoring all fallen riders, whether it's an MC or an SC, any fallen rider. And we're titling it Rebel Day. Many people that may be viewing this knew TLR's member Rebel. And I will, shift it over to, Breeze to, just talk about, Rebel. But this memorial ride is in honor of his life, as well as skills and launch that were in our other chapters. And the purpose of this ride is really to bring awareness to the impact of fallen riders to a club, to a chapter, to a community. Because losing Rebel not only impacted TLR, but it impacted the set because he was outside. And he was very well, received and supported. So in, losing him, it was a huge impact. And that's one of the things that we want to capture. We know that in this motorcycle world, whether you're an MC or an SC, there's a lot of sacrifices that we make, sacrifices unknown and known. And in the event that something happens, like, you want to be honored and you want your legacy to be remembered. And so from, top of the line riders to our Atlanta set, to our Georgia set, we are recognizing two things. One, those that have gone before us, and 2, recognizing the clubs that are still here. So it's a 2-part thing. So when we do our ride, we are riding in honor of those that have gone before us. But when we get to regulators, we're celebrating the life that we have here to live. Breeze, you want to tell us a little bit about?
Yeah. So yeah, definitely Rebel was he was one of our members. Man, to know Rebel was to know Rebel. You got out with Rebel was big in the set. Anytime you got a Rebel, you gonna burn some rubber. And I mean literally burn some rubber. Because he gonna ride and he gonna have you riding.
Okay.
But he lived up to that name, man. I miss that guy so much. He was like the glue to the club. I mean, he was all of the energy, and I miss that guy a lot, man. So we definitely want to show our respects for him, and continue his legacy out here in the Atlanta streets, on the Atlanta set. But all in all, the most important thing is we want to bring the whole set together on this ride, on this event. So again, if y'all have fallen riders, if y'all have members that that's not with you anymore, that carry the same patch, if they was here with that patch on, their support, they'll be pushing that brand, every day. So since even though they're gone, they're still here. But live their legacy. Come celebrate with us. Come ride for them. Meet us Saturday morning. South DeKalb Mall. We'll be there bright and early. Represent for that fallen member. Because if they was here, they'll be standing right next to you at every anniversary, every bike night, every hey, let's grab a lunch, let's tear the street up real quick, let's cross state lines, whatever the case may be. They'll be out here with you. So let's not forget them. And let's celebrate them.
Hey, man, I most definitely agree, man. In my previous club, I lost someone dear to me in the club. It terrified me. I still think about Black all the time. In one of my other chapters, Mitch was there this past year. Helping them celebrate their anniversary, and we lost another member. So I most definitely feel you, most definitely support it. That's why this interview was very, very important to me to have. To everybody get out there, man. If it don't take nothing to send an email or a link to, let's represent your fallen riders, y'all. Let's represent. It don't take that much time. I'm gonna post a flyer on my page. You just scan the QR code and let's just get this stuff in, man. Let's represent our fallen riders, because I promise you, the one who has fallen, they would have been doing the same for you if the other shoe was on the other foot. Okay, y'all getting me all emotional here. Okay, getting emotional.
Hey, so it's emotional time.
I want to do something to try to. Right. I know. God, I know. I want to play this little game with y'all too. Try to light things up before we go.
Wait, hold on one second.
It's called Know Your Member.
Hold on, wait, one second. So he said he's gonna post a flyer with the QR code. Hey, if you don't know how to scan the QR code, all you gotta do is put your camera to the QR code and just hold the screen down, and eventually the website pop up.
He's an IT guy. That's how. That's what we go through.
But if you don't know how,
because I didn't know how,
if you still can't get it, just email us tlratlanta@gmail.com. Submit your fallen rider. You got until tomorrow night to submit your fallen rider, because we got to get it in so we can have our slideshow going Saturday. It's going to show all day. So get it in. It's going to be on repeat. So get it in. tlratlanta@gmail.com if you can't get this barcode.
And I do want to say shout out to DJ Low-Key. DJ Low-Key will be on the 1s and 2s, and our MC is none other than Mofo himself. So we're going to have a slow roll.
Shouts out to Mofo.
Absolutely. We're going to have a slow roll contest, a figure 8, and best bike. So if you think you got what it takes to be on top, definitely come out. And that's where the celebration part comes, is we really want to, celebrate the life that we have left to live.
Shout out to
That's what's
Law
up, man.
Bike.
Y'all make sure y'all out there.
Yes, Law Bike. Yes, thanks for all of our sponsors and vendors. So what's the game, Super Dave?
Yeah. All right. We got to play this game. This is something I came up with. We're gonna try to. It's called Know Your Members. All right. So the first question. So all right, I'm gonna ask a question. If you think that relates to you, point to yourself. If not, you point to the other person. All right.
Am I pointing?
Only 4 questions. First question is, now point the other way. He the other way. No, the other way, Epic. He the other direction. Yes, that way. All right. First question is, who is most likely to be late for a ride or a meetup?
Nah.
Other direction.
Listen, Breeze ain't gonna be late because he's cheap.
Chris, you don't agree?
Nah. Hey,
Neither
look,
one of us are gonna be late.
I ain't gonna pay no fine.
Yeah, neither one of us are gonna be late. Because he don't want to pay, and I'm OCD.
All
My
right,
daddy's
so
late.
neither one
I'm
of y'all.
on time. I'm late.
Okay. All right. So neither one. All right. Next question. Who is most likely to be the first person to hit the dance floor at an anniversary party?
That one.
Epic. Okay.
Breeze.
Okay.
When they put that line dancing on,
All right.
him and Kid on the floor.
All right. Third question. Who would be the first one to go back for a second plate at a dinner? I already know the answer to this one.
Right. Exactly.
Why? Because Epic don't eat.
Oh.
He take 2 bites. Boy, let me tell you,
I know the answer to this one.
let me tell you, whoever dating Epic, boy, woo-wee, boy, they got it good.
Because I don't eat and I drink Taylor Port.
They got it good.
All right, last question.
I'm high maintenance.
Last question. Who keeps their bike the cleanest?
Neither one of us.
Yeah.
Neither one of us.
I'm glad Kid not in this one. Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
Kid.
I
Clutch.
can't believe it.
Clutch. Worm.
Yep, clutch and worm.
Just tab shit.
Man. I have to wipe my bike down every time before I go on any ride. I have to wipe it down. When we traveling, every gas stop, I got to make sure I wipe it down again at every gas stop.
We ride.
I have to.
We ride, but
If we out of time.
it can get a little bug on the window and he's stopping.
Oh, hell no.
I got to clean it.
Neither of those.
They gonna leave you the next ride. Nobody get no more ride.
Fact. Left. Catch up.
Hey, man. Like we out of town, if we like at Murder or Daytona, man, before breakfast on my side, I already wiping my bike down before breakfast.
And I feel like that's good.
Got to get ready for the day.
That's definitely quick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. So that's about it. I want to thank y'all. Epic and Breeze, man. It been a pleasure. I most definitely, when I first heard about the ride, I most definitely had to get y'all on to talk about this. People need to know. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not saying every club, but I know at least 70% of clubs has had a fallen riders, and the only thing y'all asking for is an email. That's all y'all asking for is an email to come out and celebrate. That's not a lot, and not a lot at all. So y'all come on out Saturday. Like I said, the meetup time I think is at 12 at South DeKalb Mall. Kickstands up at 12:30. For those y'all don't know what kickstand ups mean, that means
No.
it's not.
No.
Let me look again.
Registration is at 11,
I done read this.
from
book, bro.
11 to 12.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yes. And kickstands are up sharp because we got Phenon and Pop Shit that's going to escort us, and they ain't playing. So you can't be putting a helmet on at 12:15 or you're going to be left.
Okay.
Like they don't, when we get these escorts, they don't play no games. Like they leave on time.
Okay.
So we will be preparing at 12:10 to pull out.
All right, y'all hear that? So y'all make sure y'all get out there Saturday, man, for a great time. Let's celebrate and let's ride and celebrate. Like I said, I've never seen a end to a memorial ride with festivities the way that y'all plan on doing, and I most definitely salute y'all for that. Salute.
We top of the line, baby.
All right.
ATL ho.
Top of the line.
Top of the line. We top of the line. We don't do it no other way than top of the line.
Yes, sir. Hey, shout out to
Right,
Trump
right.
Tight. Shout out
Y'all
to Trump
heard.
Tight.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they got an anniversary this weekend, don't they?
Yes,
Right.
sir.
What is their anniversary?
So Lady Trumpets is on Friday at Vikings Clubhouse. And then Trump Tight Riders is at Born Losers. And definitely they, gave us the
Okay.
green light to have this event on their day. So we definitely pay homage, to them and appreciate their, support. So we do ask, the community to come out, MC community to come out, SC community, come out Friday night. We're going to have a good time. Come out Saturday. We're going to have a good time. It's a whole weekend.
Yeah.
Even on Sunday, the mob having a ride
Man,
as well.
so y'all need to get some sleep. That's all I'm saying, man.
Ain't no
Atlanta's
sleep.
gonna be on fire this
Ain't no
weekend.
sleep.
Atlanta's
And it
gonna
is.
be on
For
fire.
those that didn't go to
Gotta get some
Daytona.
sleep. What's tonight? Wednesday?
Yeah, tonight's Wednesday. And I know some people have
Yeah,
gone to
that's true.
Daytona,
Night
and I don't want to
Wednesday.
hear about that. But for those that are here in Atlanta, we gonna turn up here as if we in Daytona with our family.
Outside tonight.
That's right. Y'all heard it.
I see outside. I see outside tonight.
Yep.
But y'all know how it
Hey,
is when you
y'all,
have an event.
that's
We about
what's
to
up,
go to
man.
we about to go to Cycle Kings. So
Mhm.
y'all know how it is when you have an event.
Right, that's what I was just getting ready to tell everybody. It's Wednesday night, man. Y'all make sure y'all, if y'all ain't doing nothing, head over to Cycle Kings tonight and holler at my folks over at Cycle Kings. I won't know. I might pull over there, Chips. Which thing? It's still
Let's
early.
do it. We're on the way.
Still early. Might pull
We on
those
the
Cycle
way.
Kings. You know what I'm saying? Y'all twos or cages. And go help me make my mind up.
Twos on the Harley.
See them helmets.
Exactly.
You see the helmet? All
All
right,
right,
that's
I'm
what's
already
up,
ready.
man. And-
This is what I'm gonna have
all
on
right,
when I get.
Mhm.
But listen,
all
Chips,
right.
Chips
We'd like
and
to
Super
thank
Day, definitely on behalf of Top of the Line Riders and all of our chapters, we definitely appreciate the honor of you guys even, providing this forum, for people to come on and to talk and just to learn about, the MC set, the MC culture, SC, the culture that we live. And not only MCSC, but just the love of riding, the importance of helmets because that's safety. So definitely shout out to you guys for even, providing this opportunity for us, to be here. So wishing you all much prosperity.
Thank you. We're glad to have
Well,
both of you. Much love.
Thank you very much. All right, y'all be safe out there. You might see me in a few minutes. Okay.
We'll see y'all
All
on
right.
too.
Peace.
All right.
Oh,
Whoa,
yeah.
what a great show, Chips. What a
Yes.
great show. Most definitely. We got to thank our sponsors before we get out of here. Got to thank the sponsors.
Get to all of our sponsors. Casting Production Dream House. Eventually Yours of Atlanta. The Fire Factory. And yes, Autonomous Riders. Be on the lookout.
Come to a town near you, so. All right, Chips. next week
No.
we got the crew back. Next week we will have the crew. So by way of amp up, get prepared, get some sleep, get ready for them. For the High Rollers, we got them next week, right? High Rollers Augusta. Yeah,
That's
High
good.
Rollers Augusta next week. Yeah. All right. So other than that, I'm out, Chips. I see you on the flip
Do your work
side.
for the day.
You
Ride
said
your
what?
shit.
Oh, that's the word. That's the word. Motivation for the
Motivation
motivation for the week.
Yeah.
So
Ride
say it one more time.
Ride
your
your
shit.
shit, baby.
Ride your shit.
All right.
Hey.
You
One
heard
time.
it from none other than Chips. Sorry. All right, y'all have a good night.
All right.
Keep your helmet on, keep your mic hot. Until next time, stay ready. Peace.